Hello everyone, Daisy here with another layout with my Shop It or Stash It kit. Today I am playing along with the Paper Issues Sketch Challenge for the month of February, and I start with the sketch and I kind of veer off a little bit. Like I have some elements that are purely from the sketch, but then I kind of change it up to fit what I kind of had in my head, I guess. So I'm starting out with these stamps that I have, and they are from Coco Vanilla's More Than Words collection, and I am just going to go to town and stamp a bunch of the florals and the butterflies, and I'm going to go kind of in a column on the left hand side, and that kind of matches with the sketch, kind of basically, I guess. And so I'm just going to keep going. I'm using StazOn ink here. I've just found that it's my go-to ink for black stamping because it comes out so much crisper and I don't have to worry about smearing it because it dries super fast, and yeah, so I'm just going for it. And now I'm going to start with these florals, and I love this floral stamp, and it turns out so beautifully, and they're like sketchy, and it's just like perfect. I love it. So I'm just going to stamp it all over, kind of in the gaps in between the butterflies. And I'm just so happy with how the stamping turns out on this. It's not always the case. I am not the greatest stamper in the world, and I would never claim to be. But I am just so happy with how this turned out. Even though it screws up right there, but that's okay because it's going to be covered up. So, and I decided I need another little butterfly, and then I'm going to come in, I think, with some hearts and add some hearts around this little column that I have going on here. And this layout, it doesn't use a whole lot of, I guess, the embellishments and the papers and things. It uses kind of the stamps that I pulled for this, and then also one kind of strip of pattern paper I had for it. But I used the stamps, so that was kind of, I really wanted to get the stamps used. So what I decided to do is cut up this strip. These are like kind of like the Pantone color strips or whatever, like paint strips. And this is from Jilly Bean Soup. And this was part of the like inspiration piece. There was a bunch of these kind of paint cards, and so I thought that this would be perfect, so I pulled in this one strip. And I'm using these photos of my daughter Evie, and she is creating something. She's always creating something, so it's kind of worked out perfectly, and I thought that the rainbow color would be perfect behind her with all that black stamping, and I'm just, like I said, so excited with how this turned out. So now I'm going to use a couple of these words. I think I'm going to do create and inspire, and then the other word on there was dream, but I decided I wanted to stamp them. I love this typewriter font, and so I wanted to stamp a little bit of it. And I thought the dream would be perfect for this. So I'm just lining it up, and I'm going to use my StazOn again and just stamp it down, and luckily it just works out. Like I didn't screw it up. So that's super exciting for me. And I feel like this kind of is part of the sketch as well, because they had a big title going on the right hand side. I think it was on the upper part, and I just moved mine down because it made more sense compared to where my photos are. And also this sketch had 3 photos and I only used 2, but I feel like that's okay. So now I'm going through my Chamel die cuts to see if I can use anything. I was thinking about using that pen, but I'm not sure if it makes it on there or not, because it says create, and I wanted to put it right above where the word create is, and yeah, I felt like it was too much, so I don't end up using that, even though it probably would have been fine. Um, and I decided I wanted to cut down these little paint strips a little bit more because they had quite a big border on it, and then I'm going to stick everything down. But I think that's pretty much going to be my layout. I'm going to pop a few things up on Fun Foam, but that's pretty much going to be it. I don't think I add anything else. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, you should head on over to Christy's channel. I'll have a link down below. She didn't do this sketch challenge, but she has, you know, obviously had a few more videos up um, with her using her kit. So you definitely want to check it out. And she's just fun to watch anyway. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. So if you're ever looking for, you know, good scrapbooking layouts, you can always head on over to Christy's channel. But yeah, so I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying this series. We are getting close to wrapping up our Stash It kits, and we will soon be sharing our Shop It kits. So that's very exciting. You don't want to miss out on that. And don't forget that there will be a surprise announcement coming in one of our videos. So you want to stay tuned for that. But I will see you again next time. Bye.